Hello everyone, and welcome back to our YouTube channel, Talk Smart English. We are very happy to have you with us today. In today's video, we are going to talk about a very important topic for all English learners, how to think in English.
Hi everyone, I'm Lena. Thank you so much for joining us today. Many beginners can understand English, and they can even write English. But when it comes to speaking, they feel slow, nervous, and confused. This usually happens because they think in their native language first, and then translate into English.
Yes, and this translation process takes time, which makes speaking slow and difficult.
That's right. So if you want to speak English naturally, fluently, and confidently, you need to train your brain to think directly in English.
In this video, we will share simple steps, easy methods, and daily practice tips that beginners can follow to start thinking in English easily.
So relax, listen carefully, and practice with us. Let's get started.
Lena, many learners first think in their own language and then translate into English. Why is this a problem?
That's a great question, Paul. When beginners translate in their mind, their brain works in two steps. First, they think in their native language, and second, they change those thoughts into English. This double process makes speaking slow, confusing, and stressful. By the time they form a sentence, the moment to speak is already gone.
Yes, and this often makes learners lose confidence.
Exactly. Also, translation can create wrong sentence structures because every language has different grammar and expression styles.
So instead of translating, we should try to think directly in English.
Yes. When you think directly in English, your brain becomes faster, your speech becomes smoother, and you feel more confident.
Lena, many beginners feel confused about where to start when they want to think in English. They often ask, how can I begin? What is the easiest and most effective way for them to start thinking in English?
That's a very good question, Paul. And the answer is actually very simple. The best way for beginners to start thinking in English is by using simple daily words and short sentences. You don't need difficult vocabulary or long grammar rules in the beginning. Your brain learns best when the language is easy, natural, and connected to your daily life. For example, look around you right now. You can see many things. Just say their English names in your mind. You can think, this is a chair. This is a table. This is my phone. This is my bag. This is my notebook. This is my bottle. These are very small sentences, but they slowly train your brain to recognize English words without translating them. Over time, your brain starts to understand English naturally.
That sounds very simple and very practical. Anyone can do this at home, in the office, or even while traveling.
Yes, exactly. And you can also think in English while doing daily actions. For example, when you walk, you can think, I am walking. I am going to the market. I am coming back home. I am waiting for the bus. I am buying vegetables. When you connect English with your daily actions, your brain starts to use English as a natural thinking language, not just a study subject.
That makes a lot of sense. So instead of trying to create long and perfect sentences, beginners should focus on short and simple everyday sentences.
Yes, absolutely. In the beginning, simple English is powerful English. When you practice small sentences every day, your brain slowly becomes comfortable with English. And over time, your thinking becomes faster, smoother, and more confident.
So small daily practice can create big improvement.
Exactly, Paul. Even 5 minutes of daily thinking in English can slowly change the way your brain works. Simple practice every day truly gives powerful results.
Lena, many learners feel very shy or nervous to speak English in front of other people. They worry about mistakes, pronunciation, and grammar. What should they do to overcome this fear?
This is a very common problem, Paul, especially for beginners. The best solution is to start talking to yourself in English. Talking to yourself is one of the most powerful and stress-free ways to train your brain because there is no fear, no pressure, and no judgment. No one is listening, no one is correcting you, and no one is laughing. So your brain feels relaxed and learning becomes easy.
That sounds like a great idea, but what can learners say while talking to themselves?
They can start by describing their actions. For example, while doing daily work, they can say, I am brushing my teeth. I am making tea. I am cooking food. I am cleaning my room. I am washing my clothes. I am studying English. This helps your brain connect English with real actions, and speaking becomes more natural.
That's very helpful. Can learners also talk about their feelings?
Yes, of course. Talking about your feelings is a great way to practice. You can say, I feel happy today. I am tired. I am excited to learn English. I feel nervous, but I will try. I am proud of myself. These emotional sentences help your brain express thoughts in English, which is very important for real conversations.
This method seems very flexible. Learners can practice anytime and anywhere.
Exactly, Paul. You can practice while walking, cooking, traveling, or even lying in bed. Even 5 to 10 minutes daily can slowly improve your thinking, speaking, and confidence.
So talking to yourself is like having your own English practice partner.
Yes, and it's the best partner because it is always available. With daily self-talk, your brain slowly becomes comfortable with English, and speaking feels natural and easy.
Lena, many learners say that they forget to practice English because of busy schedules. How can beginners make thinking in English a natural part of their daily life?
That's a very important question, Paul. The easiest way to practice English daily is to connect English with your normal routine. You don't need to find extra time or sit with books for hours. Instead, you can simply think in English while doing your everyday activities. For example, when you wake up in the morning, you can start your day by thinking, I am waking up. I am opening my eyes. I am getting out of bed. I am brushing my teeth. I am taking a shower. I am having breakfast. These simple thoughts help your brain start the day in English. Slowly, English becomes your morning habit.
That's a great idea. So even normal activities become English practice.
Yes, exactly. And during work or study time, you can continue thinking in English. For example, you can think, I am studying English. I am writing in my notebook. I am listening to my teacher. I am understanding this lesson. I am trying to speak better. When you describe your work or study in English, your brain becomes active in English mode, and your thinking speed improves naturally.
And what about the evening or free time?
In the evening, you can relax and still practice English. You can think, I am relaxing now. I am watching TV. I am listening to music. I am reading a book. I am going for a walk. This way, English becomes part of your lifestyle, not just a subject you study for exams.
So when English becomes part of daily life, thinking in English becomes easy and natural.
Exactly, Paul. When you connect English with your routine, your brain stops seeing it as a difficult language. Instead, it becomes a normal and comfortable way of thinking. This daily habit slowly builds confidence, fluency, and strong English thinking skills.
Lena, many English learners translate everything in their mind, but I've heard that using images instead of translation can help a lot. Can you explain how this works?
Yes, Paul. This is a very powerful technique. Beginners often translate English words into their native language, and this makes thinking slow and confusing. Instead of translation, learners should connect English words directly with images, actions, and real-life situations. For example, when you hear the word apple, don't think about the word in your native language. Instead, imagine a red, fresh apple in your mind. See its color, shape, and texture. This helps your brain understand meaning instantly. When you hear running, imagine a person running in a park. When you hear drink, imagine yourself drinking water. When you hear happy, imagine a smiling face.
So your brain connects English words directly to pictures and experiences.
Yes, exactly. This makes your understanding faster, clearer, and more natural. When you stop translating and start imagining, your brain begins to think directly in English.
That sounds very effective for improving fluency.
It really is. When learners use images instead of translation, their thinking becomes smooth, and speaking becomes faster. They don't get stuck searching for words because their brain already understands the meaning.
So using images helps learners speak more naturally and confidently.
Yes, Paul. This method trains the brain to understand English in the same way children learn language, through pictures, actions, and experiences. And that is the most powerful way to learn any language.
Lena, many beginners want to improve their English, but they often feel confused about how to practice every day. Can you suggest a simple, easy, and practical daily practice plan that anyone can follow?
Of course, Paul. A simple daily plan is the key to success in learning English. Beginners don't need long study hours or difficult schedules. What they really need is small daily practice with consistency. Even just 15 to 20 minutes a day can bring amazing improvement if done regularly. Let me share a very easy and beginner-friendly daily plan that anyone can follow without stress. Morning, 5 minutes. Think in English about your routine. When you wake up, instead of using your native language, try to think in English. For example, I am waking up. I am brushing my teeth. I am taking a shower. I am having breakfast. This helps your brain start the day in English mode. It also builds a strong habit of English thinking from the morning itself.
That's a great way to start the day positively.
Yes, Paul. Afternoon, 5 minutes. Describe your actions in English. During work or study time, try to describe what you are doing. I am studying. I am writing. I am listening. I am working. I am learning new things. This helps your brain connect English with real-life activities, making thinking in English natural and automatic.
That sounds very practical and easy.
Absolutely. Evening, 5 minutes. Talk to yourself in English. In the evening, you can speak to yourself softly or in your mind. You can say, "Today was a good day. I learned something new. I watched a movie. I met my friends." This improves your speaking confidence and removes fear because no one is listening or judging.
And what about night practice?
Night, 5 minutes. Think about your day in English. Before sleeping, think about everything you did during the day. I woke up early. I went to work. I studied English. I relaxed in the evening. This helps your brain revise English naturally before sleep, which strengthens memory and thinking ability.
So in total, only 20 minutes a day can slowly train the brain.
Yes, Paul. Just 20 minutes daily, but with regular practice can completely change how your brain thinks in English. Consistency is much more important than long study hours. Small steps every day lead to big success.
Before we end today's episode, Lena, what final advice would you like to give to beginners who want to think and speak in English confidently?
My biggest advice is, don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are not a problem. They are actually a sign that you are learning. Every mistake teaches your brain something new. So instead of feeling shy or scared, feel proud that you are trying. Speak slowly. Think simply. Practice daily. You don't need perfect English. You just need clear, simple, and confident English. With regular practice, your brain will slowly start thinking in English naturally, without effort.
That is wonderful and very encouraging advice.
Thank you, Paul. I truly believe that anyone can learn English if they practice daily and stay positive.
Thank you so much for watching today's video and listening to our podcast.
We really hope this lesson helps you train your brain to think in English and become more confident in speaking.
Keep practicing, stay motivated, and never give up on your English journey.
See you in the next lesson. Bye, everyone, and happy learning.